Jack!
It looks like there's still hope for our favorite characters in When Calls the Heart. Production for Season 12 is expected to kick off in July. Hallmark Channel's longest-running original series was renewed for another season back in May, so we can definitely expect more of that classic mix of family, community, and heartfelt romance from the 1920s for at least another year. And there are some jaw-dropping developments coming in Season 12, like the possibility that the Jack cliffhanger could shake things up for Elizabeth and Nathan's relationship. So, here's everything we know about Season 12. First up, let's dive into the exciting news about Laura Ingalls joining Elizabeth Thatcher in Season 12. We're in for a mini Little House on the Prairie reunion, as Hallmark Channel just announced that Melissa Gilbert will be guest starring in a 2-episode arc. Gilbert, who famously played Laura Ingalls Wilder, will be teaming up with Erin Krakow's Elizabeth in the upcoming season, which is set to return in 2025. At this year's Hearties Family reunion, Hallmark revealed that Gilbert will play a character named Georgie McGill, who has a surprising connection to someone in Hope Valley. The link between When Calls the Heart and Little House on the Prairie runs deep, especially since Michael Landon Jr. is the executive producer of the Hallmark series. He's the son of Michael Landon, who played Gilbert's father on Little House. In fact, Landon Jr. even had a small guest role on the original show. According to Kelly Garrett, VP of Programming for Hallmark Media, When Calls the Heart has long been compared to Little House on the Prairie due to their heartwarming stories about hope, human connections, and life on the frontier. The series follows Elizabeth Thatcher as she heads to the Canadian West in the 19th century to become a teacher. Over the years, we've seen a large cast come and go, including Daniel Lissing, who portrayed Elizabeth's first love, Canadian Mountie Jack Thornton, before leaving the show. Melissa Gilbert joins a fantastic lineup of guest stars, which includes the likes of Brooke Shields and James Brolin. Both shows also share similar roots. Little House on the Prairie is based on the real-life Laura Ingalls Wilder's book series, while When Calls the Heart comes from Janette Oke's book series. Interestingly, Hallmark previously adapted Oak's Love Comes Softly series, which also features stories set in the American West. Garrett mentioned that the first people to hear about Gilbert's casting were the loyal Hearties, fans who have supported the show year after year. She shared that the excitement in the room during the announcement was electric, and everyone is eager for fans to meet Georgie next year. Other familiar faces likely returning based on the end of Season 11 include Pascal Hutton as Rosemary Coulter, Kevin Smith as Lee Coulter, Jack Wagner as Bill Avery, Martin Cummins as Henry Gowan, Chris McNally as Lucas Bouchard, Ben Rosenbaum as Mike Hickam, Amanda Wong as May Sue, Andrea Brooks as Faith Carter, Viv Leacock as Joseph Canfield, Natasha Burnett as Minnie Canfield, Rothgar Matthews as Ned Yost, Loretta Walsh as Florence Blakely Yost, and Johanna Newmarch as Molly Sullivan. Now, let's dive into the drama. Right before the Season 11 finale wrapped up, a serious-looking Mountie delivered some news that made everyone sit up. Nathan thought it was for him, but then the Mountie addressed Elizabeth. "Mrs. Thornton, it's about your late husband." For a bit of background, Jack Thornton tragically died in a landslide while saving 2 other Mounties during the Season 5 finale, leaving a pregnant Elizabeth behind back in 2018. After Mike and May's wedding, Elizabeth and Nathan find a moment to chat about their blossoming romance while also celebrating their friends. In a super sweet moment, Nathan tells Elizabeth, "Faith is taking what life gives you and turning it into what you want, or you could kiss a potato," referencing a childhood prank her sister played, claiming that kissing a potato would help find true love. Elizabeth playfully responds, "I already have my heart's desire." Previously, Elizabeth told Nathan, "You feel like home to me," and Nathan declared, "I'm in love with you." The tension finally boiled over into a tender kiss as he held her close, saying, "I have never stopped loving you, not for a single second." That moment definitely warmed all our hearts. However, we can't shake the feeling that the unexpected bad news about Jack could throw a wrench in Elizabeth and Nathan's relationship just as it's getting started. This shakeup could make Elizabeth reconsider her romance with Nathan and slow things down, or even call it off entirely. There's also a chance that the Mounties update might tarnish Jack's reputation in Hope Valley, which would only add more chaos to Elizabeth and little Jack's lives. On the flip side, this news could also bring the Hope Valley community closer together. Whatever happens with the late Jack Thornton, we'll have to wait until Season 12 to find out how it all shakes down. As the season wrapped up, Nathan and Elizabeth took a bold step forward in their relationship, sharing several kisses and seeking out time alone together. Elizabeth even explains to little Jack that they'll be spending more time with Nathan and his adopted daughter Allie, but she also emphasizes the need for some couple time. Nathan reassures Allie, telling her that he and Elizabeth are a couple, to which Allie responds with a sweet, "It's really nice. I'm so happy that she makes you happy." The four of them head off on a picnic, and Allie eagerly agrees to take little Jack berry picking, giving Nathan and Elizabeth the much-needed grown-up time they crave. If the Mounties' news about Jack doesn't derail Elizabeth and Nathan's budding romance, and they keep heading down this path, there's a good chance we could see some happy news on the horizon. After all, Elizabeth and Lucas got engaged pretty quickly after they started dating, so anything is possible. If they can weather the storm of bad news regarding Jack, it might even bring Nathan and Elizabeth closer together, leading to a proposal that Elizabeth might just say yes to. Could we be looking at a wedding, marriage, and a blended family soon? And just when we thought we'd seen it all, Fiona, who left earlier in season 11, makes a delightful return to act as the best woman for Mike and lend a hand with the wedding festivities. However, she also confesses that she's quite content away from Hope Valley, and by the end of the episode, she decides to leave once again. If our theories for season 12 hold up, it seems Fiona won't be coming back to Hope Valley full-time anytime soon, despite the town missing her and her admitting how much she longs for her friends and family. So while there's plenty of love in the air, there's also a sense of uncertainty that will keep fans on the toes as we head into season 12. What adventures await our beloved characters next? Lastly, we think it's about time for Rosemary and Lee to embark on their new national parks project, which could lead to a big change for them. After Lucas's resort project hits a snag, Rosemary and Lee come up with a fresh direction for the land. They pitch an idea to Lucas about turning the area into a national park, aiming to preserve the beautiful wildlife, hiking trails, and campsites for future generations to enjoy. This preservation effort could really rally the Hope Valley residents together, but Lucas points out a significant catch in the season finale. For the National Park project to succeed, he and Lee would need to move to Capital City. You could see the disappointment on Lee and Rosemary's faces at the thought of leaving Hope Valley. If Lee takes the job in the city, it seems likely that Rosemary and their adorable daughter Marigold Goldie would have to follow him there. It's a bittersweet prospect for the couple as they built a lovely life in Hope Valley, surrounded by friends and community. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay in the loop. And feel free to share your thoughts about this video in the comments.